know, as people walk into the garden, one of the first things we introduce them to is the top trees to work on. And the top trees are, of course, the Japanese black pine, the Kishu shimpaku, the Acer palmatum, the wisteria, and then the fifth tree that I normally recommend is the azalea. And so we're going to talk about two different types of azaleas that you may find in your area today. So this large base azalea was in the ground for, well, I'm not sure how many years, years and years and years. It's probably... So as I was saying before my battery died, this is a southern indica. Southern indica is usually two different varieties that they combine to get the preferred characteristics of an azalea. This is close to a rhododendron, but not a rhododendron tree. There's a big difference between a rhododendron tree and a rhododendron bush. So anyway, this is a southern indica, and that's the one I'm going to be styling a little bit after I do maintenance on the other Satsuki Azalea. This tree though, southern indicas, are ones that you'll be more easily available. You should be able to find these easier in the stores near you. So some of you may recognize this as one of the first videos, full videos, that I did with my grandson, where we removed all the flowers and all the seeds in September of last year. So if you go back and look at that, it's a great little video, actually. Just one example of the smaller leaf azalea. This is called the Yamanoasa. There's 2 to 3,000 different varieties, and growing.
Lost in rhythms gentle in a lulling sway, the world around me fades into a tranquil grey. Threads of golden sun weave through the air. Notes and dreams entangle without a care. In this cozy corner, my soul's softly glad, with melodies that lift me when the world seems sad. In the corner of my mind, the notes.
So I'm going to start with the maintenance on this tree first, and then I'll do the styling of the other tree next. And the maintenance is just taking off the flowers and the seeds, and then I'm going to take off some wire. Also trim the bottoms and thin it a little bit. So I have finished removing the flowers and seeds. I'm going to take off some wire now and then move on to the next process. So I now cleaned up the bottom a little bit, took that moss all off, and now I'm going to clean the trunk just down here on the bottom. I'm not trying to get it ready for a show or anything. I'm just going to clean this all off and get any of that remaining moss off the base. It also made that trunk look a lot larger. Here it is from both sides. I took off some additional branches, and I'll put some cut paste on that when I'm all done. Here we are just before I start to thin all the bottoms and take off any unneeded branches in the development of our tree. Okay, I think this is take 4. All right, so anyway, anytime that a tree gets too full, your tree gets weak. You can't get light to the interior. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to the leaf area that I plan on reducing, and I'm going to pull the bottoms off. You could also cut. It's not a problem with that. I have so many azaleas, they're like weeds. Some people say they have problems with them blooming. There's not a problem. They just bloom and bloom and bloom. So anyway, I'm going to go through here and I'm going to take the largest off and the bottoms of all of these leaves. Okay? Okay, we are done for now. So as you can see, we removed most of the large leaves. There's a few still in there. We cleaned all the bottoms. That let more light to the interior. So the next thing I want to talk about, 2 things. These are slower growing trees, so you can get away with not repotting for about 3 to 4 years. And then the other thing is our bonsai mix consists of pumice, lava, and charcoal. And if we need more moisture, then we will sift out to the smaller sizes and use that to get more moisture. Some people, they rely or not rely, they swear by Kanuma and Akadama. That's another discussion. But we don't use either one of those. We just use those 2 things. That's readily available in most places. And it works fantastic, especially if you sift to the smaller size.